Got my little Microsoft cup this morning here. Oh yeah. Excellent. Microsoft. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Morning, another beautiful day. Hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. What? Alright, what I have for you guys this morning. Let's do this. That's what we got. Oh, so let's listen to this. You can now jailbreak your AMD CPU. Google researchers release a kit to exploit microcode vulnerabilities in Ryzen 1 to Zen 4 chips. It says Zen 1 through Zen 4 are now open to inserting any microcode you or an attacker wants. Says here, a team of Google researchers working with AMD recently discovered a major CPU exploit on Zen-based processors. The exploit allows anyone with local admin privilege to write and push custom microcode updates to affected CPU. The same Google team has released the full deep dive on the exploit, including how to write your own microcode. Anyone can now effectively jailbreak their own AMD CPUs. The exploit affects all AMD CPUs using the Zen 1 to Zen 4 architecture. AMD released a BIOS patch plugins the exploit shortly after it's discovered, but any of the above CPUs with a BIOS patch before 24/12/17 will be vulnerable to the exploit, though a malicious actor wishing to abuse this vulnerability needs an extremely high level of access to a system to exploit it. Those concerned should update their organization system to the most recent BIOS updates. And then it says here, the vulnerability is based on microcode, the low-level instruction determining how a CPU performs calculation. AMD and Intel have built their own custom RISC instruction set, similar to alternative ISA like RISC-V and ARM, which then internally contributes to a complex instruction set. In AMD and Intel's case, x86, both companies created their own custom microcode specifically for their CPU architecture and have built-in system to push microcode updates at runtime if vulnerability is founded later. The alternative would be hard looking the microcode at fabrication, redesigning chips from the ground up and issuing recall if serve enough vulnerabilities were discovered. Then it says the AMD vulnerability named entry sign allows users to send custom microcodes to any Zen 1 to Zen 4 CPU, changing how the processors run and allowing users to do anything from accessing internal CPU buffer, strengthen or weaken security for VRMs, and more. When the bugs was first revealed, AMD Bulletin focused on EPYC, that's EPYC servers grade CPUs, and how bad actors could make secure links to remote client PC accessing a large server lose their SIV-based protection. Now, it is clear that the microcode exploit spread to any microcode CPU than just EPYC, and that the possibilities expand far beyond simply making a secure link unsecured. Google engineer Tavis Ormandy bullishly declares that the vulnerabilities allow anyone to jailbreak your AMD CPU in an expo, sharing his technical breakthrough. And then it says microcode updates are double checked against a series of strings and keys signed by AMD and confirm against a hard code public key into the CPU itself. The entry sign exploit works because AMD uses the AES CMAC function, a message authentication code, as a cryptographic hash function. CMAC being used in this out of spec manner allows Google researchers to reverse engineer the security keys, preventing end users from pushing their unsigned microcode update to the CPU. And then it says in parentheses, helped in no small part by AMD reusing a publicly accessed NIST example key as its security key. Google Bug Hunter security team published a full technical outline of the vulnerabilities and the path they took to exploit it on Google blog. Those with an unpatched AMD CPU from Zen 1 to Zen 4 can use Google Toolkit to jailbreak the processor themselves and share their findings and use cases with the research team. With the full details of the entry sign vulnerability fully public, caution should be exercised with usual AMD CPU. Buying any used / second-hand Ryzen chip from the Ryzen 7000 series or earlier now carries a non-zero risk of an unexpected payload of malicious microcode. And this is H. Then in parentheses it says H/T. Ed Zeba commenting on our previous coverage. However, this is seriously extremely unlikely. Mysterious old Ryzen chips join mysterious flash drives in the list of things to not plug into your computer without protection. Yeah, well, that's the article in a nutshell. Any comment from the debaters, politicians, talkers, discussers? Nobody. Yeah, and it says here on Twitter, Tavis Armandi said this: you can now jailbreak your AMD CPU. We just released a full microcode toolchain with source code and tutorials, and I will leave the link of the full deep dive here of this discovery. So yeah, well, because let's see here on the Zen and the Art of Microcode Hacking entry sign, and this has a nice little list too. Long article, has breakdowns because it has, let's see here what it has here, microcode background, AMD microcode patch routine, and AMD microcode patch signature verification algorithm. Let's see what else it has here. Colliding keys. It has forging on. It has vulnerabilities mitigation. And then it says peeking inside the CPU, and these are all subtopics. It has Zen tool, putting all the pieces together, and it has future works. Yeah. Well, AMD discovered it, and the first thing they did was went to the servers first, which makes sense. Went to the servers, probably went to the mainframes, and try to create a patch to fix whatever, problem they might face going forwards. They start from the top: mainframe, server, businesses, and then users. So yeah, but any CPU that's before the 12th, which is December the 17th day in 2024, you can jailbreak, right? But after that, they created a patch, so it should be better. But you know the modding community is gonna love this. You just know they do. That's their thing. So, and then of course you got the hackers. They're loving this too. So for people with CPUs before this date, I would suggest you get some like antivirus software, like Norton System Works, McAfee, whatever antivirus that comes with the antivirus that protects your computer from all different attacks, and use it. So yeah. But you could try to you could try this offline, practice it offline, but don't do it publicly, because once you do it public, you might get into some serious trouble. Meaning, and probably face some time for it too. So yeah. So yeah, but Zen 1 through Zen 4 from 2024, December the 17th, 2024. Before that, all those CPUs can be jailbreak. Anyway, I'm gonna leave both articles and the full deep dive on the exploit, both links in the description box. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek fan. Board, Dice Age. Go home. Peace.